Everybody, welcome back. And today we're going to be discussing basic chess strategies for beginners and some rules of thumbs to know when you play chess. Okay, so let's get started. Here I have a game prepared against an intermediate bot. Okay, so the first rule of thumb for chess is that in the opening you want to control the center, whether that be d4 or e4. Honestly, I like e4 because it opens up the queen and the light squared bishop, while d4 only opens up the dark squared bishop. Okay, they played the Sicilian. Okay, so in the opening, you always want to put one pawn in the center. You can put two in the center, but only if it doesn't get captured. If you put two in the center here, then this pawn will capture, and even though I can take back, we lose control of the center. So we're not going to do that. After that, if you cannot put two pawns in the center, you want to bring your knights in. The knights can also help with controlling the center, so that's why you want to bring knights before bishops. You can bring your bishop in too. So basically here we have the bishop staring at this square. This square F F7 is the only square where it's only the king protecting it. So if you somehow get a queen there and attack the square and the bishop is protecting it, then you have checkmate. It's the scholar's mate and every beginner has fallen for it. Okay, the knight is attacking our pawn, so we need to defend it. This is a pin. This immobilizes our knight because if it moves, we will expose our queen. A good way to deal with a pin is to kick the bishop. Now that the light squared bishop has gone out, we can play d3 to strike at the center. We have our bishop here. We can pin the opponent. I don't know what that was for. Don't move your king early in the opening. Just don't. Let's take. Because bishops are worse in closed position, so we're trading bishops for knight in this case. Okay, so the opponent made a bad move and didn't take with the queen, they took with the pawn. This forces double stacked pawns, and they ruin your pawn structure, and they are hard to defend, and they are really hard to move forward to push. You want to try to avoid double stacked pawns as much as possible. Bishop e6 check, takes, and there you go, undouble stacked pawns. You want to try to do an early castle before the 10th move, or on the 10th move in this case. Another basic rule of thumb is to connect the rooks. So the rooks can see each other. This forms a mutual connection between them. Good way to do that is move your queen up. Okay, so they're attacking our queen, but most beginners are like, "Oh no, our queen is getting attacked." But guess what? Oops, I misclicked. Okay, that was a sick misclick. I let go by accident. Okay, let's try to win this when we're down a queen. Okay, so it's the mid game. Let's try striking at the center. Try to control the center. Okay, they're eyeing our pawn, but it's defended. Let's move our rook to a more active position. It's staring at down this open file. Rooks are great in open files. This is what you call a battery. It's where two pieces team up against a rank or file or diagonal. Batteries can be useful in some cases, like this. The rooks are defending each other in this battery, and the queen cannot take. Oops, wrong arrow. Let's move our rooks back. This is not good. The opponent, they have a rook in a closed position, and that is not good. Okay, here. Nope. You don't want to do that. Let's threaten their queen. Okay, the queen is seeing a lot of pieces here, but luckily they're all defended. Let's keep chasing it out. And they made a horrible move and just lost their queen. Even if it leaves this knight hanging to this rook, we still got the better end of the trade. Notice how this one pawn is defending these two pieces from the rook, and the king is defending this pawn. Another moment here where a battery is useful because the rooks are guarding each other. This here is a fork. It's where you attack two pieces at once and the opponent can only save one of them. If your opponent is smart, they'll save the better one. If not, then good for you. Okay, they just blundered up their knight. Let's take this pawn. Oh, that's check, but they just lost their rook. Okay, they blundered up that one, but at the cost of double stacked pawns. Okay. See what I mean? Double stacked pawns are super hard to defend. Like, look. Nah, forget it. All this tension over this pawn. This is what you call a passed pawn. It's a pawn that's gonna promote because it's past most of the opponent's defenses. Promote. And now we checkmate with the queen. You have two options. I mean three. You can either go here, here, or here, and they're all checkmate. Boom. Well, there you go. We've covered the basic strategies of chess for beginners. Catch you next